In this lesson, we'll look at joining windows, changing the window type, and customizing the buttons window. Continuing with customizing the interface, since we've split these windows, we can likewise go back and join them. And here I get an arrow which indicates the direction of the expansion. So if I want that to expand down, for instance, I'll do that. Left click to confirm that. And here, if I want to join those areas and I want that to expand up, expand that up. And then again, I can go back and split an area. I can also split a buttons window, make two buttons windows, and that brings us to window types. There is a window type menu in the left end of the header. If you click on that, you can see all the different types of windows this can be. This is a 3D view window, and it can also be a curve editor, an action editor, a nonlinear animation editor, a UV image editor, a video sequence editor, a timeline and audio window, a text editor, a user preferences window, the outliner, the buttons window, the node editor, the image browser, the file browser, or a scripts window. So all of these probably be worth experimenting with, just going through and changing them up. Some of them may not have anything to show right now because we do not have any animation set up, and some of them are dependent on what's selected. We do not have any audio in this file. We do not have any texts. We do have user preferences. This always stays a user preference window up here, so that's a good place to go for that. The outliner is gives you a list of all the objects in your scene. You can also view that as a schematic view, which you can see all the objects that are in this scene that I have. Lots of cubes. And like I said, we've got to deal with all that naming and all those cubes. That just doesn't make a lot of sense. And it can be a big buttons window, a node editor, an image browser. Let's see if we can find some images. No images in there. Let's find some images in there. There are a couple of images in there. Go P for parent directory, P for parent directory. A file browser, it's for opening files. And a scripts window for using the scripts menu and selecting different Python scripts. So let's change this back to a 3D view, and let's talk about the buttons window. Okay, I'm going to enlarge that. The buttons window, if I scroll my middle mouse button, I can slide the window buttons around. If I hold shift, I can pan around. Control, I can zoom in and out or dolly in and out, just like the 3D view. It's control, shift, middle mouse, control, middle mouse, shift, middle mouse, control, middle mouse, shift, middle mouse. What I cannot do is I cannot rotate my buttons, but I don't know why I'd need to. So also, if I find an empty space in the buttons window and right click, I can change this arrangement from horizontal to vertical, which would be much better suited to a vertical window. I can also give it a free, or let's see, a horizontal, and then I'm going to scroll back. I'm going to go free, and I can then actually position them however I like. So there's a little bit about the interface, but don't get too hung up on the interface because the interface will continue to evolve in Blender and will probably change significantly for the 2.5 release. And a lot of interesting things coming up with Blender. So I'm going to go back to a horizontal to snap that back. Hold Control, scroll my middle mouse. Lots of possibilities. I can collapse these little menu windows. And I can also move my little tabs around, move my modifiers tab over here, place it in here. So lots of interesting little things you can do there.